Welcome to Mivaicons YouTube channel. My name is Mohammed Ahmed. In our previous video, we successfully installed visual environment and also Django on our system. In today's video, we will look at what is Django. Now, the question is, what is Django? And now, let's look at what is Django. Django is an open source and a most powerful Python framework that is used to develop fast, scalable, and secure web applications. Django is not programming language. It is framework written in Python programming language. And here is that, as I said, Django, it is a framework. And what is this framework? Framework simply means a collection of software, models, and tools which we use to build software applications. The frameworks could also be reused in the development in various applications as well. The frameworks will also help the developers to avoid repeating scripts and errors. Frameworks makes it easy for use to build a complex software applications. In another way, you can say framework is just like a terms, can refer to be a structure. It could be a structure of a system, a building, or a project, or anything else. You can now, define it, let's say in software engineering, as referred to a software frameworks, as a structure for software. So we can say also, a framework is similar to a template that you can modify it and add a certain features and higher functionalities to create a complex or broad project that many people can use. So that is what that is framework. We'll go further into that again. Now, the next thing that we have to look at it is the fact that Django is a framework. And why should we use framework rather than coding it manually if we have a project at hand to do? Now, let's say, for example, you want to build a card application for an e-commerce website. Login functionalities. You want to build that, on your own application. There are many ways to do that, but let's say you don't want to use the framework and you want to code the traditional way. You must write code for each and part of the functionality. Maybe you must do input validation. You must write long code SQL query to store your data, authenticate the user, provide permission to that user. Everything will be done manually without the framework. It is going to be a lot of headaches and also time consuming. After doing the manual, you will still come back to fix bugs, and security issues, perhaps not scalable. If you use framework, you don't have to worry about manual stuff. Django frameworks come with many inbuilt features. In Django, there is something called ORM, Object Relational Mapping, which handle almost every types of database queries. You don't need to write SQL queries manually. Similarly, there is authentication backend that automatically register user, does all the necessary validation and password switch to an encrypted format. Because what? Because Django uses PBKDF2 algorithm techniques. Yes, because Django use what? PBKDF2 algorithm technique. Yes, this technique. And again, Django also uses SHA #256 hashing techniques, which is very, very crucial for security and recommendation by NIST, National Institute for Standards and Technology, USA. So, most importantly, Django comes with default admin panel that help you to do all types of CRUD operation without writing a single piece of code. That is why Django applications are very, very scalable. They are very highly scalable to ensure that you handle your own project correctly. So now, as we have seen this, we've seen what Django is all about, what Django can do for us, and how we can be able to use Django to our own resources. Great. Now, so we've seen that, and so what can we do with Django? Django is most powerful framework built with most powerful programming language in computer science, which is Python. Django is powerful and popular web-based frameworks that allows you to create complex web application quickly and efficiently. So you can build web application in very simple and easy way to do. Many big tech companies, they are using Django. They are switching from Django. They are switching and using Django. You see, for building highly scalable web application without constantly growing traffic, the framework is clear, fast, simple, reliable, scalable, and above all, it is very, very flexible. Django had huge loyal contributors community. The framework helps you get your job done without wasting time with the fewer lines of code. And the Django also follows the MVT software design pattern, which means model view template. So what is that model template? What is the time pattern means here? The design pattern is nothing but the way of defining the rules of developing software applications. So let me repeat that. What is design pattern? The design pattern is nothing but the way of defining the rules of developing software application. The design pattern have some set of rules that we need to follow while developing any software application. So that is it. Now, in order to create our face project. Let's go to our desktop and open our folder and then create our own phase Django project. Now we head over to the desktop. We need to go back to our folder, the one that we created on our desktop. Here is it. And then we double click on it. As soon as we double click, we have it open, right? As we can see here, this is our virtual environment, the one we've created earlier on. So now here, I want to open my Git bash. Here we right click and then say open Git bash here. As soon as we open the Git bash here, it's going to open the terminal for us here, as you can see. So now we need to activate our virtual environment. To activate it is simple as it is. We write source like this, and then the name of our virtual environment, which is this one. I don't know the one that you use to create your virtual environment. You can use the name, this one, and then you say here, my own is my env, and then /, and then you write script. The first S should be capitalized. Scripts like this, and then /, and write activate like this to activate our virtual environment. Then we hit enter. Now our virtual environment is activated. We can create our phase Django project here. Now to do that, we just use this very simple Django command here. Now here we are going to just write Django hyphen like this admin, and then space, we'll write start project. We'll write them together like this, and then the name of your project. It could be anything, but my own, I'm going to write investment, and then underscore main like this. So I want my own project, to be in the same this directorate. I'm going to say space and then put dot right like this. I'm just going to put dot like this and then hit enter. As soon as I hit enter, it's going to create it. You can see here, you have it here. You can see my investment dot underscore main, and also manage.py right here, as you can see it. Now I want to open this folder on my Visual Studio Code. To open that, I will just do a very simple thing like this. I will just say code like this and then put a dot. I want to open this folder on my Visual Studio Code, and then we hit enter. So it's going to open it like this. As you can see, it's going to open it. Now you can see, now our folder has successfully been opened. You can see the name of our my face app, the name of my Django project here, as you can see it here, and the name of my virtual environment. This is how to open it. We have successfully opened it right over there. So over here, let's look at it. Let me close, deactivate our virtual environment on that Git bash. Let me deactivate it here. To deactivate, we'll write deactivate like this, deactivate like this, and then we deactivate it, and then I'll write exit. Yes, to exit it. Very good. You can see it right now here. Everything has successfully opened. We can still access it here. We can access it here and open our terminal here so that we would launch our Face Django project to see it. We can run it here. So to do that, we have to open our command. We have to open our terminal here. To open our terminal, we just have to go here like this and click here, these three dots here. And then we see our what? Our terminal. You can see terminal here, and then open new terminal. It's going to open new terminal here for you. You can see here the terminal is open, but I want to use the git bash. So I'll come here like this. I will just select the one I'm going to use. I want to use the git bash. You can use any one. I want to use this one like this, and then I would delete this one. Okay, you can see it here. So we can still also run our Linux command here. So the first thing to do here is that we need to activate our what? Our virtual environment. So to do that, as usual, we have to come here and write source, the name of our virtual environment. My own is env/script like this, and then /activate like this, and then we hit enter. As soon as we hit enter, you can see our virtual environment is activated. It's activated here right now. So now, for us to launch, to run our Face Django project, we need to do one simple thing to go and see how our project, if everything is successfully working. Then we have to run this Python command, Python, just like this, manage.py, and then we'll say run server like this. This is the command. Then we'll look at it. It will run the server for us to see if our installation, if our project is successfully installed, and then we hit enter. We wait for it. Right, successfully installed. Yes, now we are going to run our own project on this server. You can see it is in our own local server. So what we need to do here, we need to copy we need to copy this link and then paste it on our browser to see if our installation is working successfully. Then we come here, we copy from here like this, and then hit Control C. Then we go and run our own this thing here. We can come here and then put it on our browser here, Control V, this one, and then hit enter. Wow, congratulations. You can see the installation worked successfully. Congratulations, we have successfully installed Django and also create our Django project. In the next video, we would print something on our application here. We'll print hello world on our application here, and then explain some of the settings that we need to follow before we can ensure we are doing all what is necessary for our Django application. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.